Hey everybody, welcome on back down to the homestead here at the shop. Hey, we're starting a serious modification tonight, okay? It's gotten me a little freaked out, frankly. I've never done this before on a case. It's the first time I'm doing it, so if I muff it up, you'll see firsthand. What I'm referring to is this little dangly right here. Dangly, dangly, dangly. Let me bring it close up. Now, this motor's sitting on its side for orientation. Here's the rod. It's where the piston goes. This right here, folks, is the crankcase vent that goes into the air box prior to the air filter. If you take this little hose off, okay, there's this pipe that comes out from the crankcase. Now inside there, I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see it. You can see at the bottom a little ledge, okay? If I use this little dental pick tool thing and I go in there, you'll be able to see right there, there's a ledge, okay? Now, Bill Blue has done some testing on these motors, and they found that as this piston goes up and down, as many of you know, when the piston goes down, the air that's displaced by the piston moving down gets pushed into the crankcase. When that happens, it vents out this line here, okay? Well, now that we're going with a bigger bore, there's going to be more air displacement. We're going from a 250cc bike to a 351. So this thing needs to be able to vent better, and that little lip right there, they found they can drill that out and increase the diameter of that vent hole, allowing it to be easier for that air to move in and out. So I've done some checking. I've got my micrometer out here. The inside of this hole right there is just barely above a half an inch. I can do it with one hand. Sorry, I'm trying to hold on to a camera and everything too. It's you can see there it's 0.510, so it's, you know, 10 thousandths larger than a half an inch. And right here I've got my drill bit, and when I measure it, it's 0.503. So it's just, sorry, I'm trying to look at the thing. Well, I'm looking at the, 0.498. So it's just barely below a half an inch. And I have taken this drill bit and I've done a little loving here just to kind of see. Sure enough, it hits that step. So a lot of guys will do this apparently with the motor on the bike, so it's vertical. They put a little grease on the bit and slowly drill and pull out and clean. Geez, where's Rojo? Now I'll stick it back in there again and drill a little more. I've got it on its side. I don't want it upside down because it's just really hard to manage the motor by myself that way. So I'm going to put some grease. Just got some good old Bel Ray waterproof grease. I'm going to put it on the end of the bit here, and I'm just going to start drilling a little bit at a time, pull it out, check it out. And anyway, we want to increase that diameter down through that little section of the crankcase to a ½ inch in diameter, okay? That'll make it a little bit easier for this motor to breathe and won't have as much pressure underneath the piston as it goes down. So you're going to lose power that way. By opening up this crankcase, that'll help that piston be able to displace that air a little better. So hang tight with me, folks. I don't like destroying crankcases here, but this is not a destruction thing. This is in full-on effort to try to make this motor run like it should. So let's get this camera down here. We'll get a little close up. Okay. Now, I'm sure everybody's got 100 ideas on how to do this. Thought about hooking up a vacuum and everything. I talked to Bill Blue about it. He says, don't worry about that. Just put a little grease on your bit. Usually Rojo's around to do this stuff. He's got an unlimited supply of Rojo grease. So there we go. Now I'm going to move over here, flip this little lid so I can see it. Okay, here we go, buddy. Yo, bit's going in. Just gonna start a little bit of drill here. No reason to hurry, huh? It's got quite a bit to go. Sorry, sticking my fat head in there. Kind of see just a little bit that lip is gradually going to go away here. Yeah, it's looking okay. It's going away slowly. A bit more. Well, it's actually got quite a bit more to go. Nothing good happens fast, homies. Nothing good happens fast. Well, part of my problem is that this bit on the outside is really worn out, I think. The bit is just so bad. I'll measure one of my other bits here. Okay, you guys, I've got a helicoil kit I use for crankcase drain bolts, and if you can see, oh, there it is. I've got a different bit that I'm going to try. It's a little small, it's .485. I think if maybe I can get a start with that one, I might have better luck. It's a good sharp bit. Oh, crikey. Won't fit in the chuck of my drill. Won't you believe that? Okay, well, we have to get out the big guns then. Okay folks, I'm back here again. I got a different drill. I've got my cordless drill here that has a bigger chuck, which allows me to be able to put in a little bit bigger drill bit. So we're going to try this. I'm going to go slow first. Oh yeah, baby. Get stuff now. Just taking out whatever junk I can. Here's the part where you kind of clean things up a little bit. A little bit new grease. Hold on to everything. I'm making some progress. I'm going to keep cleaning this thing off. I tell you what, I'd be pretty nervous to do this while it was still in the bike. There's a lot of people that do. Man, I'd be nervous. I'd want this thing on its side, so there isn't a tendency to have parts fall down inside there, you know. I mean, this is stuff that destroys engines. But so far, it's actually pretty clean in there. Clean lubrication. I'm best taking so long, guys. A little more. Oh, that maybe falls down through this. I don't know if you guys can see. It's all this shaving stuff. It's on the drill bit. It's amazing how that sticks. Clean that off again. Start with the clean slate. I did see just a little bit of grease piling up at the bottom, so I'm going to stick my fat head in here. Ooh, a little bit of metal too. And get all that out of there, so we're starting fresh and clean. We're almost there, boys and girls. Let's try a little bit more. So I'm gonna tell you my recommendation, just from the amount of stuff I see coming out of here. I mean, maybe you could do it with a really good shop vac. I mean, I've got one, but it doesn't take that long to pull your motor out to save it, you know what I mean? I think if it were me, I'd take the motor out for sure. We're getting there, folks, just about there. Oh, that looks good. There is nothing in there, you guys. I cannot see a thing. I'll try to... I mean, what I'm saying is not a thing, is I don't see a shard of nothing in there. Awesome. Now that's like probably going to be close enough. It was just slightly smaller than a ½ inch, this bit, but it's probably going to be close enough. You know, part of me doesn't want to tempt my fate too much. Sorry, jump you around here for a minute. Okay, so you can kind of see the edge there. It's pretty smooth all the way around in there. A little bit of marks from the drill bit, but now it's a big old gaping hole there. So that, my friends, is how you drill out the vent case on a KLX 250. Imagine a 300 too. I don't know how their cases are, but that vent hole now has been reamed out, bored out, and we'll depressurize that case a little better. I'm going to check it out real quick off camera, make sure everything looks good. But that, folks, is how you do it.